Hey everybody, welcome to Perfect Edition Comics. I'm your host Perfect, and today we're going to take a look at new manga releases for March. Let's do this thing. First up, we've got Viz Media. And here's something which a lot of people are loving right now. This is a comedy manga kind of based on some weirdness around spies and families and kids and stuff. I don't want to give too much away because it's really great. This is Spy Family, and this is already on volume 4. You can pick it up on March 3rd for $9.99. Next up, we got Haikyu volume 43. Just a reminder, you'll see this kind of a grayed out amount of text in the middle of the video that you see here. That's just there to remove any spoilers. If you're really interested, you can kind of zoom in and try and figure it out for yourself, or check the solicit on their website somewhere. Anyway, Haikyu volume 43. This is, I believe, 2 volumes away from finishing. The total volume count is 45. So we're almost at the end of Haikyu now. This will be in shops March 3rd and goes for $9.99. Next, for Dragon Ball fans, we continue with Dragon Ball Super. We're already on volume 12. This also comes out March 3rd and also goes for $9.99. Then my first pick of the month, staying with my brand, of course, I have to back the Perfect Edition version of 20th Century Boys. I'm loving this. It's amazing. It's a must buy every single month they bring one out. I just love this. This is in shops March 17th and goes for $19.99. I should also say, in case you only watch these videos on my channel, that of course please like and please subscribe. But next to that, I also do overviews where I actually take a look inside real manga volumes. And one video which people are really enjoying is looking at the first volume of this series. Just take a look at that video and you'll be able to kind of page through the volume with me, see what the whole series is about, and then make up your mind whether you want to get into it or not. Okay, let's keep going. Next up, we have a new spin-off series for Dr. Stone. This is Dr. Stone Reboot Byakuya. Sorry, I murdered it. My Nihongo is not so Jozu right now. Anyway, this is in shops March 3rd and goes for $9.99. So if you're a Dr. Stone fan and you want to find out what happened on planet Earth when everything turned to stone, there's a whole side story here that might interest you. Check it out. Next up, we have another new spin-off series. This is the Team Up Mission spin-off from My Hero Academia. So if you're a fan of that series and you want to kind of collect everything that they're doing, you should really pick this up. Comes out March 3rd for $9.99. And on the topic of My Hero Academia, the other spin-off, Vigilantes, is still ongoing and is already up to volume 9. Also in stores March 3rd for $9.99. So then we have not a spin-off, but a debut series by Paru Itagaki, who does Beastars. This is Beast Complex, which was his first manga, I believe. If not his first manga, definitely his first manga in kind of the Beastars universe. So if you're a Beastars fan, they're now releasing Beast Complex. I think it'll be 2 volumes in total. Not so sure. But anyway, this is the first one. It comes out March 17th and goes for $12.99. And on the topic of Beastars, we are already up to volume 11. This comes out March 17th and also goes for $12.99. Then we have Maison Ikkoku. This is the collector's edition, which is very similar to the perfect editions that I just spoke about with 20th Century Boys. It's got French flaps. It's kind of 2 volumes in one. I believe 2 volumes in one, not 3. Don't hold me to it. It's a little bit oversized as well. Really, really beautifully done. This is volume 3, and this is by the legendary mangaka Rumiko Takahashi. This comes out March 17th and goes for $24.99. Talking about Takahashi Sensei, we have Rin-ne, and this is on volume 38. So if you are a Takahashi fan and you've been following this, grab the latest volume on March 10th for $9.99. Then we have No Gun's Life. This is already up to volume 9. It seems like it only got released the other day. But then again, I haven't seen it in solicits for a while, so maybe it's kind of been on a bit of mini hiatus or taking its time. But anyway, volume 9 is out March 17th and goes for $12.99. Then we have Hell's Paradise Jigokuraku. Man, my Japanese is horrible today. Apologies. Let's try that one more time. Hell's Paradise Jigokuraku, volume 7. This comes out March 17th and goes for $12.99. My Japanese isn't so bad. Well, it was in my last video, which you should check out about the new releases from Viz, where I murder Pokemon and called it Pokemon. But anyway, let me try again. This is Pokemon Adventures, and this is a box set. So for all fans of Pokemon Adventures, you can pick up this first box set. It includes 7 volumes for Red and Blue, and yeah, that's it. It also comes with a color poster, by the way. So if you're a real Pokemon fan, then you can grab that. This is out Feb 11th. Don't know why it's supposed to be that. Oh, it's a reprint. I'm kind of being stupid. Okay, so this is a reprint, and it should be out this month in March, and it goes for $54.99. Next, we have a light novel, and I've decided to throw in a few more light novels because I know a lot of people that read manga are also fans of light novels. So you'll see a couple kind of thrown in throughout this video just to give you a taste of what's out there. So the first one is a Naruto-based light novel, and this is Shikamaru's story, Morning Clouds. It's in stores March 3rd and goes for $10.99. And staying with that kind of retro shonen vibe and staying with light novels, we have the third Bleach light novel, Can't Fear Your Own World, and this comes out March 3rd for $17.99. So more on the novel side of things, this is Turning Point. This is the second in a series of novels, or let's say interviews and essays and discussions around Hayao Miyazaki's career. This covers the years 1997 to 2008. So if you're a Miyazaki fan, this will probably be a must buy. If you're like me and you think he's a bit of a grumpy old man that really isn't the nicest person but is a spectacular animator, then maybe this isn't for you, because it might kind of drive you a bit crazy with the pandering towards this guy. But anyway, he is a legend, so I appreciate that and I appreciate his work. So if you do want to pick it up, it comes out March 3rd for $16.99. Let's see what Kodansha has for us. First up, we have the second volume already. Yeah, already, because the first volume I think just came out last month. This is Orient. It's a new series by the same mangaka creator for Magi. And yeah, if you're loving it or if you're not sure about it, you can already pick up 2 volumes and really see if it's for you pretty quickly. You don't have to wait. There's been a really quick turnaround for this. It comes out March 3rd and goes for $10.99. Next up, another pick of the month. This is Drifting Dragons. The reason I picked this is because if you watched any of my videos, or if you watch any in the future, I like cooking manga. And sometimes I like weird cooking manga. I think this came from me loving Iron Wakian way back in the day when I first got into manga. Anyway, this is about dragons and a crew of this airship that kind of hunts dragons and then cooks them. In its own description, it says part travelogue, part imaginary cookbook, and part otherworldly slice of life. This is out March 17th for $12.99. Then we got Fire Force Volume 22. This is out March 3rd for $10.99. Staying on the popular hype, we have Grand Blue Dreaming, already on Volume 13. This comes out March 24th and goes for $12.99. So if you really like comedy and a bit of slice of life and silliness, then this is a series you should take a look at. Highly recommended. Next, we got another kind of comedic spin, and this is Heaven's Design Team. I've plugged this a bit. It's just such a cool premise. There's an anime for this as well if you want to get a taste of what it's about. It's kind of like God gave over the design of different animals and creatures to his design team, and he took some time off, and they kind of had to come up with the designs of animals and stuff. Anyway, pretty funky, pretty clever, and pretty hype. So check it out. March 24th for $12.99. Next, we have another fan favorite. This is the Quintessential Quintuplets. We're on Volume 13. This is in stores March 10th and goes for $10.99. Then Sachi's Monstrous Appetite Volume 3. For fans of monster romance manga, look out. Sachi's Monstrous Appetite will slake your thirst. Maki is a boy in love with his tall, older classmate Sachi. As a sign of his affection, he makes Sachi a special lunch every day. Sachi loves Maki too, but she has a secret. She's actually a shape-shifting monster called a Watari, and she was drawn to Maki because he smells delicious. Kind of creepy, kind of funny, kind of weird. Anyway, if this is your thing, you can pick it up March 10th for $12.99. Next, we have Sayonara Football Volume 4. High-octane girls soccer action mixes with the drama of high school in this cleats-out manga from the creator of Your Lie in April. March 31st for $12.99. Then we have something which I haven't seen before. This is Yuzu Pet Vet Volume 6. If you're into cuteness and pets and all of the hype around that, then take a look at this. Sounds really kind of cute and slice of lifey and silly and cute. So kawaii! Yay! March 31st for $10.99. On the romance trip, we have Living Room Matsunaga-san, Volume 7, a romantic manga starring a high school girl who learns to live on her own, win at high school, and experience first love, all in a boarding house whose living room is home to the odd but handsome Matsunaga-san. May? What? Oh, okay, sorry, this is a bit of a forward solicit. Again, thanks for catching me out. Anywho, May 12th for $12.99, but maybe it'll come out in March, you never know. Anyway, let's move on. Next, let's see what Vertical has for us. First up, pick of the month, Blood on the Tracks. I don't probably need to say anything about it, but I'll give it a quick hype. Everyone's loving this. It sounds amazing. It's Shuzo Oshimi, who brought us Flowers of Evil and Happiness. Yeah, the hype is real. March 17th, $12.95. Pick it up. Next up, we have With a Dog and a Cat. Every day is fun! Are you a dog person? Or maybe a cat person? Or maybe both? Based on author Hidekichi Matsumoto's real-life experience, she shows us what it's like to live with both a dog and a cat. March 3rd, $12.95. Get that cuteness. Get it now. Next, let's see what Dark Horse has for us. I probably don't really need to tell you this is a pick of the month or to hype it up, because unless you've been under a rock or not living on planet Earth, then you should know exactly what this is. This is the Beserk Deluxe Edition, the ultimate kind of oversized, amazing hardcover version. This is volume 7. It collects 3-in-1, so volumes 19 to 21 of the tankobon in this oversized deluxe edition format. It has a ribbon, which means you should buy it anyway, because ribbons are awesome and cool. Yeah, I don't know, can't hype it more. It actually says in shops April, but I think it's coming out in March. Who knows? Take a look, keep your eyes open. It goes for $49.99 and apparently is worth every single penny. Next we have Danganronpa, another episode, volume 3. I kind of wiped clean the spoilers from this, but apparently this is the conclusion of the spin-off. So I would say pick it up if you're a Danganronpa fan. It's in stores March 17th for $12.99. And finally, a book, because I thought I'd throw it in because Final Fantasy is another big fan favorite. This is the Final Fantasy Official Works hardcover. There is also a limited edition version of this, which was hyped up a bit, and that comes with a designed kind of slipcase, acrylic art, a journal, and some kind of lover's notebook, which covers Noctis and Luna's relationship. Anyway, this is out March 10th and goes for $39.99, so Final Fantasy fans, pick this one up. Let's see what 7 Seas has for us. First of all, we kick it off with an omnibus. This is the Blue Giant Volume 3, it says, but the solicit is for Volume 2, so perhaps that's the wrong cover they were showing there. Anyway, this covers Volumes 3 and 4, so it's a 2-in-1 softcover omnibus. It's out March 10th for $19.99. Next, we have another omnibus version, even though it's not listed as an omnibus. This is High Rise Invasion Volume 9, and it includes Volumes 17 and 18 in this 2-in-1. Comes out March 24th and goes for $19.99. Then on the topics of new series, we have Drugstore in Another World. I know it's got an awesomely long title because it comes from a light novel, I believe. This is an isekai. I have to feature an isekai at least, once every video. Otherwise, I can't keep my manga YouTube license. So got to do that. Sorry about that. Anyway, let me read you some hype. This is the light-hearted isekai tale about a fantasy pharmacist that inspired the anime. When corporate drone Reiji wakes up in another world. What? He wakes up in another world? I've never heard that before. Anyway, let's continue. He comes face to face with a fatally wounded werewolf. Thankfully, Reiji's new medicine maker... Thankfully, Reiji's new medicine maker skill enables him to brew uniquely effective potions. Alongside his new wolf girlfriend, Reiji and his amazing cures are ready to revolutionize this fantasy world. Pick it up March 10th for $12.99. Next, we have How to Treat Magical Beasts Volume 5. In an age of science and forgotten magic, mythic beasts are beginning to disappear from the world. A young girl named Ziska, born into a line of mages, becomes the apprentice to a veterinarian of regular animals. But Ziska's interests lie with beasts of a more magical nature. Can she help these creatures of legend survive in a world that is leaving them behind? Find out March 31st for $12.99. Next, we have another light novel. This is Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, Volume 9. And the reason this is in is because there is so much hype about this anime. It looks amazing. I haven't seen it myself yet. Not even sure if the first episode is released, and I just watched a preview or trailer. Anyway, yeah, this sounds really cool. This is the light novel it's based off. It's already on volume 9. You can probably pick them all up and have a pre-read before you jump into the anime. Isekai, based on a guy who kind of hits the world running as a baby and has to grow up. That's all I know. This comes out March 31st and goes for $13.99. Next up, we have Wonder Cat Q-chan, Volume 1. An adorable full-color manga series about a young man who rescues a very special cat. Kawaii! There's more to this kitty than meets the eye. Q-chan loves snacks, cuddles, and bow ties, but above all, this mischievous Wonder Cat loves Hinata, the young professional who adopted Q-chan into his home. If you're into the cuteness, if you're into the cats, then this is for you. Grab this Neko-based color manga on March 10th, $14.99 is the price. Do it. You know you want to. It's pink. It's got cats. Okay, I'm going to stop now and move along. And next, Brony alert. Oh, for all you bronies, for all you people that love My Little Pony and didn't know, and now you know, there's a manga and it's already on volume 3. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to troll anymore. I'm just going to leave this as it is. It is what it is, and it's out March 17th for $10.99. Pick it up. You know you want to. Just do it. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Yen Press has got for us. First of all, Bungo Stray Dogs. This continues. It's already on volume 18. I hid the spoilers from you, so no worries. This is out March 24th and goes for $13. Then next, another favorite is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Already on volume 8. In stores March 24th for $13. And then something that I didn't know about, but is kind of based on this weird war happening in this weird world in weird tanks. This is a series called 86. And it's on volume 2, so if you just want to jump on the hype train and check it out, it still doesn't have too much to catch up on, so you can do that easily. Just 2 volumes. The second volume comes out March 24th for $13. Next we have So I'm a Spider, So What? This is another light novel that I decided to feature. I think a lot of people are watching the anime, which is on Crunchyroll right now. We're already on volume 11 for the light novel, so quite a lot of reading to catch up on, but if you want to kind of get the basics of what's happening with the original light novels, even before jumping into anime, you can do that because now you know they exist. Yay! March 24th, $14. Then we have a new one-shot. This is Hana-chan and the Shape of the World. Yeah, this looks so cute. Apparently it's kind of a comedy series. It's a story of a girl who lives in the country, a girl encountering fragments both bitter and sweet of the world around her. It's the story of the shape of her world. It sounds kind of depressing, to be honest, but apparently it's got a comedic spin to it, and the art style looks pretty funky. In stores March 24th for $15. Next we have another number 1, another new series, In Another World with My Smartphone Volume 1. Due to God having a bit of a clumsy accident, Toya Mochizuki is killed and reincarnated in a medieval fantasy world. What? Wow, never heard of that. But along with his smartphone, his easygoing wondrous journey through another world starts here. So if you're into smartphones and isekai, then this is for you, March 24th, $13. Another new series, but one that maybe sounds a bit more interesting than the last one. This is Love of Kill. She's a professional hitman, and he is also a professional hitman, and she's his target. Caught in a deadly game of cat and mouse, will she fall first, or will he? In shops, March 24th, $13. Please remember to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Apparently 80% of you haven't subbed, even though you watch my videos. And it's only a button click away. Do the right thing. You know what to do. And remember, stay perfect. See ya.